Some time ago, I did a little text guide for my website that focused on, trying to build a budget stream setup, consisting of your microphone as well as lighting and your webcam. In that guide, I listed off everything in the same exact order that I just did right now in regards to mic, lighting, webcam, considering the factor that this, what I consider like the holy trinity of streaming, because it's three of the most important things you can use for streaming outside your computer. You can basically, do streams without a webcam just fine with just a mic, though you have to put a lot more effort in combating dead air. And in regards to lighting being more important than your webcam, you can have the best webcam, you could even have like a DSLR camera, but it's not really going to get you that far if it doesn't have any kind of function for low lighting. And of course, again, that's why lighting is very important. However, even though lighting is very important to a face cam focal stream, it doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. If anything, I did a video last year for this YouTube channel where I explained the DIY lighting setup that I myself have been using that consists of a $12 ring light that I got from Walmart that has like a flexible arm to it. And the lights I have on both sides of me that consist of clamps that you commonly find with desktop microphone stands, some dowel rods I got from the arts and crafts aisle at Walmart, as well as some utility lamps that you commonly would use with cars to check up under the hood when you're like trying to work on the engine or whatever. And the lighting itself, as far as the bulbs, consists of some Philips Whiz bulbs that I got from Home Depot, which these particular bulbs are like a much cheaper alternative compared to Philips Hue line of bulbs. You can find a link to that video right there, and also down in the description of this video. But we're not going to be focusing on that today, considering the factor that recently I got a chance to finally upgrade. Even though this setup has been doing really good for me so far, I want to try to do something a little more professional, and thankfully recently I finally got the opportunity to do that. So that being said, Rogues, this is Masquemare here, and for this video we're going to be doing an unboxing as well as setup for a Logitech Litra Glow streaming light, which can be mountable on your monitor, and it's going to be replacing my ring light I've been using, as well as, bear with me because this is a big box here, Elgato's Keylight Air, which I got a 2-pack of off of their website. Which, by the way, the reason why I put emphasis on explaining that I got the 2-pack off of their website is because for those who may have tried to shop for the Keylight Air off of Amazon, you may have found that you can only put one in a cart per customer. If you do it, if you get the lights off of their website, not only can you get 2 of them, but it also comes at a discount. Normally, I think they're about like maybe 130-ish or so on Amazon for what I've seen. So getting 2 of these lights is going to be like what, like $260. You can get them off of the website in a 2-pack for, I think it's like around $220 or so. That's minus tax and shipping, of course. But again, much cheaper alternative. You can get 2 of them, so definitely shop for it there. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get to the unboxing now. So a definite plus to me doing this video, namely the unboxing here, is that you guys are going to get a chance to see, like, exactly what the box looks like, because I don't want you to go through what I went through last night. So to explain kind of quickly here, originally I was going to get this off Amazon, but unfortunately it seemed like the shipping time was going to be a few weeks, so I went up to Best Buy to pick one up since online it said that the Best Buy nearest me, had them in stock. And went up there, had no idea what the box looked like, considering that the Amazon listing didn't show anything for it, and I don't think anything much was really shown for the box on Logitech's website for the listing for this. So I pulled up an eBay listing, saw what the box looked like, and pointed out to one of the employees, asked them if they kind of had any idea where it was, and sure enough, they were able to locate it for me. So, yeah, hopefully that'll save you guys from a similar headache to what I dealt with. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and open this on up. I don't know where my little trusty unboxing knife is, so we're just gonna go one of my little X-Acto knives. Don't really want to kind of damage the box. I kind of like, keeping my boxes, of course, for display purposes, maybe sometime in the future. Okay. So, there we go. And honestly, this is a little larger than I expected. I'm going to refrain from a "that's what she said" joke, but, well, too late. So, what I'm seeing right here is that, the plastics kind of, is definitely sturdy and whatever. So I'm getting, and what I really like, because I think if this works properly, that's actually a pretty nice touch, because how this works is it's got this long thing right here, so when you put it onto the monitor, it keeps it properly aligned. So that's pretty nice compared to like some webcams out there that have like a lot less of the length, like pretty much like maybe like stopping right here, and so it just kind of has like a little part to anchor to the desktop or the monitor. I don't know why I'm saying desktop, technically desktop monitor, it's whatever, basically the same thing. So this is a pretty nice little touch right there, just to make sure that the light is properly in place. So it looks like, can I unscrew it? I think okay. So this is nice as well, because this is the proper dimensions on this. Yeah, so you can actually take it off the mount, and this means you can put it on a tripod, I would assume. Like, it looks like it would be like the same dimensions, like maybe like a little small tripod that comes with the C920 and C922. So that's also something pretty nice, in that if you don't want to put it on your monitor, you can literally just have it like, on a tripod on your desktop. So that I think is actually pretty good, because this means you could get like a few of these and have them at different angles, So compared to like, you know, going to getting like a bunch of expensive lighting, says that, and he got like Keylight Airs, but I digress. You could probably like, maybe if these things throw out good enough light, you can have like one right here and have one up there mounted on your monitor, and have like maybe like some others attached to like a tripod on the wall. You could actually get like a pretty maybe decent little lighting studio like that, maybe. Like that's mostly theoretical, but I feel like that definitely could be the case. So gonna peel the thing off here. I mean, not really much for ASMR, but for those who like that kind of thing. I'm not saying I'm good at it, but you know. So we're gonna go ahead and pop, you know, put this back on there. And from what I can tell, yeah, it's powered by USB-C. So port right there, and the buttons are definitely they don't feel cheap. They definitely feel like very responsive, of course. And so this, obviously, I can tell, like, considering you can't really see it that well, you know, on my camera, probably the best. But it's got a thing right there for cool. It's got one for warm. I'm assuming that probably what's going to be is that they'd have like a middle point that you click to. So as you click away from warm towards cool or vice versa, there'll be like one point where it'll probably be more lines of daylight lighting. So you have to like kind of click that. There's no actual daylight setting. But then again, it does feel like I can click in the center. It may be possible clicking in the center may do daylight. I don't know. Obviously that's the power button, and this of course is going to be for the brightness. So yeah, it's pretty solidly well put together. I think for $60, you know, it's definitely, you know, has a very premium, you know, look and feel to it, you know, in my view. I don't know what this is right here. Oh, okay. So I was wondering what that is right there, and I'm assuming this is the cable management. That's what it looks like. So, and also this right here adjusts as well, so, at first I thought it might actually have been stuck in place, but that's adjustable as well. So you can kind of use that to also get like extra, guess you can say, placement for it. And so we'll put that right there. And this, of course, is the, yeah, see, it shows right there. And it pretty much shows like how you would do it properly with light laptops. So I guess that's actually the reason why it does this, because thankfully it's got like a little bit of a rubbery part right there for stability, I guess, to keep from damaging your screen. But also I think like the reason it has this whole thing like this is because not all desktops are of course going to have like the same kind of frame around them. But this can make it where you can make sure that you don't have it like placed right over the screen. They're showing like the laptop how it would work for that, where you kind of like, you know, probably bounce it back a little bit. And I mean, overall, it's pretty much just kind of explaining in detail how it would work, you know, with desktop versus laptop, as well as like, you know, how to swivel it. So instructions are very simple, but yet very, of course, very they're simple, but at the same time thorough. And it says, you know, got to go to Logitech.com Creators Download to get the software for the Litra Glow. And yeah, like I said, that was actually cable management, what shows right there. Right? And I'm guessing this is the warranty, important safety, okay. And finally, we got the cord right here. Once it comes out. Well, the good news is, at least the cord's nice and snug. Right? And it's actually got, see, there's been so many times I've gotten something that had like, didn't really have like a whole lot of link to it. I'm thinking that this is probably about like maybe, I would say maybe a 3-foot cord. There's been times I got stuff and it was like maybe like 1 foot or whatever. And yeah, let me actually kind of like see exactly how well it clicks in there. I'm gonna do like the Logitech logo on top. Okay, so it actually gets in there pretty snug, so that's good. So I don't mean it's gonna like probably like just snap right out. So yeah. Obviously, we're going to be testing this out right alongside my other lights when I get them set up. Because originally, truth to it is, what I was planning on doing, because I just got this last night. I didn't think that, and my lights just arrived today, you know, on the same day I'm doing this video. And originally, I wanted to do, like, the testing for this, before the lights in a separate video. And I thought, well, there's no point in doing, you know, testing of this alongside, you know, lights that I'm going to be upgrading soon anyway. And that also means that I have to do that video and do like one side-by-side comparison of my old ring light with the original lights alongside, you know, this one and the you know, these lights. And then I have to do like another one of, you know, this with the soon to be upgraded lights, and then another one, you know, for the Elgato lights. Sorry if I lost you guys there, but long story short, too late. I didn't want to do 2 different comparison things through 2 different videos, when I could just do one video where I upgrade everything all at once. So yeah, definitely excited to see how this is going to look. But now we're going to go ahead and move onwards to the Elgato lights, and I'm going to be changing the camera probably back to a front-facing perspective, because just to test this right here, just to see how this goes, because I know how it's going to go. I've got a desktop space, but yeah, That's not gonna work. This box is way too big. Alright, so bear with me, guys, because, again, we got a big box here. I'm having to try to, like, make room for this. But either way, I mean, at least the good news is that, you know, the box ain't bigger. To where I can't, like, work with it at all. So just kind of get this unboxed here. Get it open. Alright. Now, with any luck, hopefully, I mean, I'm not going to go through both of them. I'm just obviously going to, like, you know, explain one because it's going to be a similar thing, you know, save time and go and get to the next step of the video. So put this down here, and... Okay. So, oops. So anyways, as we got right here, actually, you know what? Well, okay, this is unplanned. We're going to do another perspective switch real quick. Okay, so come to find out, the lights were individually packaged inside that bigger box. So it makes it easier for me to go through and do a proper unboxing for this. I've mentioned boxes one too many times already, but moving on. Overall, it kind of like was a waste of time for me to change the camera angle, but at least we're back at this one now, and you guys can see everything in full for what's going to be inside here. Both of them were packaged the same. So we're of course going to be doing only one light because it'd be kind of a waste of time to do something for both of them when they're both packaged the same, like I said. So anyways, it's of course the Elgato logo right here, removing that. And it's got right here, I'm assuming it has a quick start guide that explains how to set it up. One thing about these, I think that they work with the Elgato Stream Deck from what I heard, so I don't know if I'm actually going to try that out on this video, like, you know, to go through the setting up for it. I may do so, just see how it works, but I'm hoping it's just like a thing where I can just push a button, just turn it off. That'd be definitely a lot, you know, better, you know, than just having to switch up, you know, and reach up and turn it off, or even use like a phone app or whatever. I'm guessing this is going to be for the, let's see, so, okay, so I think I already see what this is. So this is for the power supply. And it's got different plugs, which I really like the concept of. So what this pretty much means is you can, whatever you, kind of outlet you have, because obviously I think it's mainly because different countries have like different, you know, different wall outlets. I think that's actually a really nice plus. It's making sure, it's showing that they're thinking of people outside the United States, because I mean that's where I am. I'm in the United States. So obviously the one that I want to use will be this right here. So should just plug right on in. Looks like there's a little locking mechanism right there to... Hold up. I think I can get it. It's not wanting to go. Might have to actually kind of... I think I get it. There we go. Okay, and it's actually really snug, extremely snug. So this is obviously the one I'm going to use. You guys would of course adjust accordingly for whatever kind of outlet you have. So, and the cord's definitely got like some length to it. Compared to, because that's actually another plus, the lights that I'm currently using, again, are about to be replaced. The cords are much shorter for those, so this in itself is definitely a plus. So I'm gonna go ahead and put like the other plugs back inside the box, I don't need them. And it's also got a thing in here, I'm guessing it's what is this? It's, oh, just like a safety, another safety thing. So we're gonna take off this one first. I'm assuming this is actually the Keylight Air. And another thing for those who may not know exactly how about this is that I think from what I read, oh, this is like the base. Okay, that's the base for the stand. It's actually got some heft to it as well, which is good. So that means it's not gonna, like, it probably wouldn't be that easy to knock over. And plus, it's rubberized on the bottom as well, so that'll keep it in place. Okay, nice little touch there. What I've heard of the Keylight Air is that it throws out, I believe, like half of the lumens of the original Elgato Keylight. I haven't really done like a whole lot of research on it. I think it's supposed to be, I think, like 8,000 lumens. I may be wrong. Let me look at the box and see if it shows real quick, because I want to make sure I'm right on it. I don't think it says. Oh, 1,400 lumens. So I'm guessing that means like 1,400. So like the big one would have like probably like maybe about 2,800 lumens. But still, I've heard these things are, you know, bright, and I can't wait to, you know, test that out. But either way, again, it throws out 1,400 lumens. So technically, this means that, you know, me having two of them, it's about like probably about the same amount of light as a normal key light. It's just they're gonna be on both sides of me. But at the same time, I don't think I'm really going to require a whole lot of lighting anyway, a huge amount. Just something better than what I've got right here, because I do have a small room, so light isn't going to have to really travel that far in this room for me. And this is, of course, the light itself. And light that's actually, you know, solid. I thought it was going to be like some kind of like little filmy thing, like, you know, pretty much like, sort of like like, it's actually really solid. I thought it was gonna be like one of those things that was gonna kind of feel like, you know, kind of fabric-y in a way. But, so that's a nice plus, you know, very well constructed. And it's got a reset thing on the back. It's got the things for the turning on and off. Nice click to it. So, and it's got a reset. I guess the reset button will probably just be like to reset the settings on, like, of course, reset the setting, like the default lights that you have, like for warm, cool, or whatever. So with the unboxings out of the way, what I'm going to do next off camera is get the stands for my key lights set up, as well as get the software download I needed for both the Litra as well as the key lights. And another thing I'm going to try out doing is replicating the settings for my current lighting as much as possible, which, you know, with these lights I use a cool preset, because even though I really probably should be using daylight since I don't really have like a whole lot of natural sunlight going in my room, because I've only got like one window back there, for some reason I've never really been able to get daylight to work properly. And maybe because I don't have proper diffusing paper in front of my lights here in regards to wax paper or parchment paper or whatever, because again, it's all DIY. And also, I'm obviously going to be focusing on cool, if not daylight, because I don't think really there's too many streamers out there who use the warm preset. So here we are on my desktop rogues, and the reason why we're here is because I want to show you guys how the software for the lights works real quick. So, I pretty much have everything all set up like where I want it to be at the moment in regards to testing purposes. And I really feel like my lights are kind of close to what my, my prior lights, were set at. With like something that actually kind of makes me a little bit happy that you guys will see once I show you the lights. But to start off, let's say you got yourself the Litra Glow. What you're gonna, of course, do is download the Logitech G Hub software, as they said, like in the manuals and such. Once you have it downloaded, it will bring you to this. So clicking on the Litra, it shows pretty much the same exact things that are on the back of the light itself physically. It has some presets here. I set mine to originally I had it set to bright cool blue just to see like how bright it was, and throws out, I'll say that much. But for right now, I've got it set to cool, and I've got it like in the middle ground. So what I found out about this light is compared to the ring light that I had originally, which had 3 brightness settings, this one has 5. So if I got this correct here, yeah, that's the temperature. Let me actually push the other ones. I'm currently clicking on it physically. So we kind of like count it off right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's actually got 5 settings. We're going to set it right back into the middle for right now. Another thing about the software right here is it has a camera thing down there where you can display your webcam, so you can kind of test it on the fly. However, since I have my AverMedia PW513 currently running through OBS, I don't want to try to run it right here, because one thing, you guys can see it in a second anyway, and secondly, if I do try to connect, start it right here, chances are it could cause some inconsistencies that could maybe crash the camera, so I don't want to risk that. So that's basically all there really is to the software right here. You can turn the camera on and off. You can, use like some presets they got right here, create a new one. So that's pretty standard fare, very simple to do. Like, this is going to be like my main way of like adjusting the camera if I need to, compared to pushing the buttons, because I was just trying to push the buttons on the back of the light. Could end up, probably, making it where it would unalign to where I currently have it, to my liking. So now that that's out of the way, we're going to go over to down here into the system tray. And this is where the Elgato control center is. So to kind of like give a little bit of explanation on something real quick. I wasn't able to actually get the lights properly synced up at the start. I had to download the app to my phone to get the lights properly, registered on my network for, my main network that I use for everything. So I had to use an app to get that taken care of. And then afterwards, I was able to download the app directly to my computer, and that's where, I was able to use the lights properly right there. So that's kind of a little bit of a warning. I don't know if there's actually a workaround, but the way I had to do it, I did have to use my phone for that. So just something you guys kind of have to maybe keep in mind. So this is actually very simple as well. As you can see right here, it just has like a little menu right there, very similar to the Logitech one, in that they have a button down up here you can push to turn the lights on and off. You can turn them off individually. But what you, of course, have to do, like I have both mine synced up, but you do have to make sure that when you first start the app up, I would highly suggest that you run the app on your phone first. Or if you actually do have a means of, getting everything going through your desktop first, do that first. I mean, mainly, like, with the computer, it said you have to at least have Wi-Fi connected to it, but I'm on a wired connection. I don't have any kind of Wi-Fi card for my computer, so that's where I had to use my phone also. But pretty much, once you get everything synced up, like on the app, you pretty much would just, click that to add more accessories. Once you get synced up, it adds everything individually. You can turn everything off individually, on or off. And you can see I've got things similar, set up right here similar to the Litra, in that my brightness is in the middle, and I've got, the setting, for, the cool setting. So I haven't really messed around with the accessory settings here, but it's basically, I guess, where you can just name everything, of course. So not really a lot to do there. mainly what you're gonna want to do is just use this. So I'm probably gonna actually use this one primarily. I'm probably gonna still keep the app on my phone just in case. So with that said, to go ahead and show you guys exactly what we're working here with the camera, let me actually go ahead and turn on my cam here and turn this off. And as you can see, we kind of have something like very similar to what I had earlier, but as you can kind of see, you know, in my other, you know, some of the footage I kind of recorded from this actual broadcast earlier when I was talking earlier during this, this exact video, just took a clip from it earlier to kind of show how it looks. You can see like there was kind of like definitely some shadows and, you know, a few inconsistencies around my face, but here it is with this setup. This actually kind of like makes everything look a lot more balanced out. I don't know if it's because of the diffusion in front of the light itself or what it is, but the main thing that really blows me away about this is that these lights aren't even actually cranked up to their full settings yet. So if we kind of go down here and mess around with this real quick, if we actually put the brightness on the Litra up, you see like just how bright that gets. And if we go and do the same with the others, with the other two lights, we're gonna go down here and do this with both key lights. So turn the brightness up on that one and that one. And you see like how bright my room just got. And one thing I will say is that I currently have the light up, my ceiling, I have that currently on. So we're gonna turn that off real quick and see exactly how this looks. And as you can see, because I already tested all this, it still throws out plenty of light. So really just kind of putting all these down in like the middle ground for everything, still definitely put out plenty of light, but cranking everything up to full on, it definitely, you know, add like a whole lot more brightness, you know, compared to my previous ones. And those were all actually maxed out at their max brightness. So the brightness on these definitely works well. For those who might have been considering getting a Keylight Air, or like just trying to like splurge a little bit more and go for like the main key light, I would definitely say give these a shot, especially since again you can go on Elgato and get them for in a bundle for cheaper than you'd be paying for them individually in the end. I'd like to get individually, you know, 2 of them. But overall, this is definitely like a solid set of lights. You can see like it really throws out a whole lot of lighting. So the Litra and the Keylight Airs, definitely recommended. And even if you can't get the Keylight Airs just yet, I would still say, as long as you got some lighting on the sides, at least go with the Litra, because we're going to do one more thing real quick. I'm going to turn off the key lights, just see how this looks. You see that the Litra, even though I just turned everything off, it still does do like a pretty good, solid bit of lighting right in front of your face. So I would say that even if you didn't have like as good of key lights, you know, on either side, as long as you got at least some kind of like decent lighting over there that kind of lights the area around you, the Litra actually does have plenty of lighting to it on its own. So turning these back on. So yeah, overall, Rogues, I really am impressed with these lights and the fact that this is definitely like a more professional setup than what I had prior. And, you know, overall, I mean, this is something I would definitely recommend. So that being said, I'll have links, you know, to all this down in the description of this video. And hopefully this is really insightful for you guys. I feel like this was probably like one of the best, you know, tutorials I've done so far. And it was definitely one of the most fun I've done, just because I've really been wanting to upgrade for a while, and I think this was definitely worth it. So, much love, thank you for watching this video if you have, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.